My name is Bill Record. I'm from upstate New York, and I feel that the peace principles should be a guiding part of the movement.
Can you give us the principles?
Sure. They're from the Iroquois Nation and other traditional peoples. Always work for peace, always work for unity, and always carry a good message.
They sound good. Why do you think we're not upholding those principles?
I just think that if they put them out there as a unified message, then they would be more recognized as the philosophy of the group here, as opposed to, they're kind of like searching for their identity. And so if they had something more solid, this is historic, it's the foundation of our democracy. The founding fathers went to the Iroquois and other people because they looked at a pure democracy, and they got like halfway there. And when they signed the Constitution, the elders told them, by signing this document, you're creating a place for evil to dine at your table. Because 51% majority, 49% are unhappy, creates a two-party system. One party can always blame the other party for problems that nobody can solve. So, the elders knew that, majority rules is not democracy, and it's full of holes. I think if a group of people are committed to these three principles, they can move mountains, because they're designed for organization, in other words, and they're also, look at the individual words. Well, actually the whole thing is always work for peace. And you always do it, and it's work. You always work for unity. It's a process. It goes on and on. It takes forever. And this is a unity where people discuss something for a long time, and the answer kind of bubbles up like organically. And people also have to be a bit flexible to let go of something. But it's a process of unity. You don't just say I'm unified and then there's so many levels to it, so many approaches, but it's a commonality, and if you reach unity, then, you can still be from different families and have different belief systems, but you can be unified around some particular thing and still have your own individual belief systems. If you've got a common problem, and the world has to unify at this point, because we can't just do it, it's a global thing now, and we're trashing the globe. So we need a unified solution. We don't have a cultural basket that's based on unity. In other words, we're taught to be like Davy Crockett's from birth. We're all independent, we're all free, we can all do anything we want, and there's no basis of unity. There's no cultural system to hold those teachings, because we're separated. I used to picture what it would be like to be on an Erie Canal boat in 1830, taking 7 days to go from Albany to Buffalo. You were with that group of people for 7 days, and you were hanging out together. You had a bit of a family probably, but that's just kind of an off the wall thought. But we're just not. We don't conceptualize it, and as our cultural system doesn't facilitate it. It's our ego thing, but I just think there's a cultural basis. Since I was born, I've been, trained to be a Davy Crockett, so to speak, to use that term again. I'm not committed to let go of my own viewpoint for the good of the people. Whereas that's unity makes part of unity is that the group is more important than the self. Whereas I think in our culture, the self is more important than the group. We got to get it done now, and I've got to make my money because I got to pay my bills and, all the stuff that we're all familiar with, that we're all caught in. But, we need a different pace, and this is like a paradigm shift because we don't work this way now. And a good message is like no gossip. You have a good message. If you got a problem with someone, you work it out together peacefully, or have a moderator come in. So, these three things are just amazing as you go into depth with them. When we come to a unified message, we all agree with that. And so some people, you've got to let go of some of your stuff because unity is more important. So although you really in your heart may feel that your answer may be a little better, at some point the unity is the critical mass, the unity, consensus. That's we just don't think. I've been programmed since ever that 51% is a democracy. And it's only, I've actually, just since I've been coming to Zuccotti Park, have I really processed that a little deeper and realized that, you know, that's just a thing that was programmed into me by the existing system, and that it's not necessarily correct. Yeah, I would like to see a group of people that are unified, and I think they can move mountains.